Hey guys, today I'm going to review this expansion for Modern Warfighter. It's expansion 54 and it's Black Hawk Down Operation Gothic Serpent. So I'm going to show you what's different about this game, what's special, this expansion. I'll not go into how the game's actually played, but I'll just point out what's unusual about it, and then I'll come back and give you my final thoughts about it. So this expansion's set in 1993 and it's about the US Special Forces during the Somali Civil War. So it's honouring the soldiers that were killed during this battle, and they're represented by the cards. You have to have the base game to play this, of course, Modern Warfighter. So what's special about this game is these cards, right at the beginning, you'll notice that they get medals straight from the beginning. So this creates super-powered soldiers that have lots of abilities. So at the beginning you think, oh, it's going to be easy, this. All these soldiers have medals to start with. For instance, they might get 1 extra health or extra action cards or things like that. Because when you obtain a medal, you say you get an ability as well. So if someone had a silver star, they'd get an extra health. Or this one, Medal of Honour, they'd get extra 10 RP of skill to spend on skills. A lot of them have this, like a purple heart, so you draw 4 extra action cards. So there's all these medals. You distribute them among the soldiers, decide who gets what. So they get a bunch of medals right at the beginning. So because of this, you think it's going to be like a fairly easy ride, all these missions. But there's penalties that I'll show you. You see, when someone has a medal, they have to add this little number at the top right corner to the resource value. And that means that when you draw, for instance, a location card, you look at the hostile number, and for instance, if you've got 100 or between 124 hostile points, you have to pick 9 hostile values, but these medals add the values up. So what happens is you have to fight more of these, more hostiles. So they have a number at the top corner as well. So if you have to pick 9, you have to keep drawing cards until it gets to a value of 9. So it kind of makes up for these soldiers having extra abilities because they have to fight more hostiles. So I make a little note just so I don't forget that the game I was playing, I had to add 33 to me resource value. So it makes a massive difference. Also, some of the location cards, quite a few of them actually, if you notice this here, this keyword environment, hot 4+, you have to, when you enter this location, you've got to roll a dice, and if it's under 4, or in this case, if it's under 6, you either lose a health or you get suppressed. You can spend one of these, if you've got any, hardy tokens to so you don't have to lose anything, but you've got to have them in the first place. Another difficult thing about this game is right at the beginning, every mission, if you notice at the bottom, you cannot purchase extra armor counters. And this means that during the mission, it is you play, you start to lose ammo. So if you lose your ammo, you're in a lot of bother. like your soldier can't shoot. So that's another thing you have to think about. Another difficult thing about this game is the loadout. This one's got -5. This one's got -3. This one's -4. That means your soldiers have a penalty of how much they can carry. The cards are really good. However, some of them have civilians in, and when one of these is drawn on your location, it stops you from using like explosions, and you can't use like spray when you're firing your machine guns and things. You can only use single shots. That's to like symbolise that the soldiers are trying to miss these. This is a strong card. There's 2 of these. Fire support, it's an event. If you draw this card, you have to be really careful. If you go in the location, you've got to pay experience points. Otherwise, you've got to roll a die. And if it's 6+, it's an automatic kill. So this really slows you down. Or if you want a 50-50 chance of getting killed, unless you pay your experience points. So there's 2 of them, they're really strong. So as you can see, there's lots of different things to make up for your soldiers being super powered with all the medals that they've got at the beginning. So I find that fascinating. I thought it was dead easy to start with, but eventually your soldiers do get weaker and weaker towards the end. So I thought that was really clever, very well done, a well structured game. Also, there's 112 cards in this game, so it's good value. You get 2 decks of cards in this box. There's lots of interesting weapons. There's equipment cards, really good. Skill cards. So yeah, that guy suffering from being sunburned. That's a good card. Veteran card. You can get an extra action. So it's a mixture of being super powered at the beginning, but having to conquer environment cards and lots of other things. Lack of ammo, strong hostiles. So really good game. So let's hear my final thoughts. So it's a really great expansion, this. It's expansion 54, and I really do like the medal cards that you get right at the beginning. So each of your soldiers, they've got more cards to play with, more abilities like extra health and stuff. However, this is balanced with the game being more difficult because there's hot weather you got to deal with. Hostile cards are strong, lack of ammo, and you have a high loadout, like getting penalised, so you can only carry so much. So all this, it's good theme because these soldiers have hot weather conditions, so they could only carry so much. So that's really clever how they managed to do that in the game. It's quite funny because right at the beginning you think, wow, I want to breeze through this. With all these extra action cards and all these powers, I should easily do it. But you slowly realise as you go on each location that it's getting more difficult. Having medals, you get more extra hostiles coming out. So I highly recommend this game, and thanks for DVG for sending us a copy of it. So really well done, worth getting. So out of 10, I'll give this one 8. 8 out of 10. Very good expansion. And an 8 out of 10 is very good for just a card expansion. So you get all these cards, 112. Really well done. So see you next time. Bye.